Welcome. Today we're doing a deep dive into a really specific piece, Psalms 86.
hmm Yeah, it's striking because it feels so incredibly personal. Less like a, formal teaching and more like hearing someone's direct cry to God.
Exactly. Someone in real distress facing opposition, but with this deep underlying trust.
It kicks off right away with that sense of vulnerability, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The speaker identifies as poor and needy.
Yes, that phrase really sets the tone. It's raw.
It is. And it grounds the whole prayer sort of in this reality of dependence. It's not abstract faith. It's faith born out of, well, genuine need.
And they're specific about the need, aren't they? Asking God to hear, to answer, guard my life, save your servant. It's quite direct.
Very direct. But then woven right into that plea is this powerful declaration about God.
You mean the you are forgiving and good, abounding in love.
Precisely. It's like even in the middle of the crisis, the speaker is holding on to that, reminding themselves and us really who God is. It's a foundation.
A lifeline, almost, especially when things feel like they're falling apart.
And notice the emphasis on God's uniqueness too. Among the gods, there is none like you. You alone are God.
Right, that feels significant. It's not just saying God is powerful.
It's more foundational, I think. It builds the confidence for the requests that follow. If God is truly unique, capable of these marvelous deeds, then asking for help, even deliverance, makes sense because, as the text states later, you will answer me.
There's also that interesting request kind of nestled in there about having an undivided heart. What's going on there?
Ah, yes, an undivided heart to walk in your truth. I think it's about focus, internal alignment.
Alignment. How so?
Well, when you're under immense pressure, it's easy to feel pulled apart, right? By fear, by different worries, maybe conflicting advice or desires.
Sure. Scattered?
Exactly. So praying for an undivided heart seems like asking for that inner coherence, that single-minded focus on God's way, even when everything outside is chaos. It's like an internal anchor.
That makes sense. And speaking of the external chaos, the enemies are described pretty sharply.
Oh, definitely. Arrogant, ruthless men. And crucially, they have no regard for God.
It's not just general trouble. It feels like intentional, maybe even morally empty opposition.
Yes. And that sharp contrast makes the description of God stand out even more, doesn't it?
How so?
Well, you have human ruthlessness on one side, and on the other, God is described as compassionate and gracious, slow to anger, abounding in love and faithfulness.
Right. It's a stark difference.
And the prayer seems to leverage this. It's not just stating God is good, it's asking God to act according to that goodness, specifically towards the person praying,
Yeah.
as a direct counter to the ruthlessness they're facing.
What I find really powerful, though, is how the vision sort of expands beyond just personal rescue.
You mean the part about the nations?
Yeah, the hope that all the nations you have made will come and worship before you, Lord. They will bring glory to your name because of what God does for this one person.
That's such a key connection. It takes this deeply personal crisis and links it to, well, a universal outcome.
It suggests that God helping you isn't just about your situation.
Right. It can be a demonstration, a sign perhaps of God's nature that actually points others towards him. Your deliverance could ripple outwards.
Which brings us right to that final, very compelling request.
The sign of your goodness.
Yes, give me a sign of your goodness that my enemies may see it and be put to shame. For you, O Lord, have helped me and comforted me.
It really ties everything together, doesn't it? Starts with dependence, highlights God's character against opposition, seeks inner strength, looks towards a global impact, and asks for visible proof.
So the thread through it all is this authentic prayer, really leaning on who God is known to be, especially when facing, well, overwhelming circumstances.
The power of that vulnerability combined with that confidence in God's nature.
So let's leave you with this to think about, drawn from that final request. Consider that plea for a sign of your goodness, that enemies might see and be ashamed.
Yeah, think about what that means for you.
Right. In the specific challenges you're facing right now, what would it mean to seek a visible demonstration of God's help? And maybe how might such a sign even appear, or how would you recognize it? Not just for your own comfort, but in a way that might be undeniable, even to the difficulty or opposition itself.
It's a profound question to carry away from the psalm.